We are now talking to Florida long snapper recruit, the number one long snapper in the nation, Rocco Underwood. What's going on, Rocco?
Good. How are you? You guys can all hear me well?
We hear you good, man. I mean, if you can sing, I mean, you maybe have some speedy dance.
I'm not the best singer.
well.
I can give you a few notes, though, if you need some.
All right,
neither is he. Don't worry.
I am a terrible singer, man. I'm a terrible singer. I can't hit a note for – you couldn't pay me to hit a note. How's that sound? Anyways, we're very happy to have you on. And Jillian is our superstar. She reaches out to all the recruits. We've talked to some of the best recruits in the nation, future NFL players. We've talked to NFL players and coaches, and Jillian is our superstar. Ricky helps out, splashes a little sugar and salt on it, but nevertheless, we have you on. So how are you and your family doing with this pandemic?
We're all good. Just chilling around. My brother and sister, they're both out at college, just chilling. Everything's good around here. None of us has caught it yet, not that I know of. None of us gotten tested.
No, you're locking yourself in your house. Is that what you're telling us?
We're all just chilling. Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Could you imagine being locked in a house with this guy right next to me? Come on. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, he wears tighty whities.
No, I don't, Rocco. No, I don't.
He denies it. And I love your last name, Underwood. I mean, I was about to say Rocco Underwear Underwood. Okay? So I will say this. I mean, Rocco, this guy wears tighty whities. He's in denial. He likes SpongeBob.
Don't listen to him.
Scooby-Doo. I mean, anything. Where are you? Okay? But this is a guy that absolutely loves it. And sitting next to him, I mean, just looking at him just makes me makes me think. Anyways, what is it like being recruited by the Florida Gators? This is a SEC team, one of the best teams in the country. We interviewed your future quarterback. Yes, we interviewed your future quarterback. Remember that, Speedy?
Florida,
yes. You don't remember that, do you?
I don't think so. I don't remember a Florida one.
Yes, we did. We interviewed. I'm pretty sure it was Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Future Del. What's his last name? Del something. Del Santos or whatever.
Oh, Tapscott? DC Tapscott?
No.
Because he was Appalachian State.
No.
I don't remember a Florida one. I think this is the first Gator we had.
Nope. I'm telling you.
I really don't remember another Florida
Speedy, you're just blinded by the suit, okay? Anyways, I've been following Florida, since the Tim Tebow days, and I think they're a very well-oiled machine. They've really grown over the years with their defense. They're fantastic. So what is it like being recruited by the Florida Gators and all the other teams that were recruiting you?
It's amazing. I'm one of the few on my team to have like a D1 scholarship. I'm only one of two on my team. So it's like people look up to me. It's great. I'm always here being humble, being the great, and it's just good. It's a good feeling.
So you actually had a big choice between Florida and also Alabama that recruited you.
Yes.
So what was the big deciding factor for that, picking the Florida Gators going to Gainesville?
All right, so there's a legacy over at Florida right now with me and my family. My cousins, I don't know if you guys know them, Tommy and Johnny Townsend.
I've heard of them, yes.
Yep, and now one's in the NFL and one's a free agent. Mm-hmm. So they're both doing really well right now.
Tommy Townsend, the same puncher that just threw a fake punt against the Jets? Tommy Townsend?
That's him. Yes, sir.
Okay, stop sticking it to me, okay? I saw that yesterday. It made me sick. Okay?
Yes,
it makes me sick. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Also, they're top 10 academic, top 10 football rankings. My sister is up there right now. She is a sophomore.
Mm. Oh, so
There's a lot of stuff going on up
so
there.
You're a smart family. Is that what you're telling us? I want to see you. I want to see you in the NFL, my friend, Mr. Long
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I want to see you in the NFL so we can come to your draft party. We could do a couple of dances. Speedy could dance on the table with his tighty whities. It is not shaved balls. I mean, that would be really, really funny. I'm sorry, but it's just funny. It really is.
Yes, sir.
All right, so in terms of Dan Mullen, I mean, he's a very interesting coach. He's been a really good coach recently, rising the program. He was funny on Saturday coming out wearing that Star Wars Darth Vader costume after that fight ensued against Missouri. So he's a very interesting guy. So what was your first impressions of him, and how big of a factor was him in terms of your decision to choose Florida, obviously with the family history as well?
I like Dan Mullen a lot. He's a player's coach. I think he's very involved with his players. He backs them up. He's one of those coaches who doesn't he's always interacting with them. He takes in their opinion. He's a great coach. I think he's amazing.
So what is it like to be a long snapper? I mean, the first thing that pops into your head is, what the hell is a long snapper? And then you figure out, and then you watch the punt, the punting, and the field goals. What is it like practicing and being a long snapper?
Well, I'm not only a long snapper at my high school right now. I also play tight end. Mm-hmm. So I'm not just doing long snapping, but it's pretty easy. Well, now it is. It used to be hard, like back in the day. I started in like 8th grade, and that's when it was like hard. But I've been practicing over the years, and just getting more consistent.
Hold on one second. Did you say it was pretty easy? You're the number 1 long snapper in the nation, and you're saying, well, it's pretty easy. You know, it's nothing.
Now it is.
It's nothing.
It used to not be.
I just got a full scholarship. I got a full scholarship to a school that probably cost about $40,000-$50,000 every semester to go to. But it's easy. Anybody could do it. I mean, Speedy could be a long snapper. Speedy, why don't you go try out to be a long snapper? What do you think? You think you have a chance?
I don't know about that.
Well, it's easy. You heard it from him. You heard it from Rocco. It's easy.
Probably my only shot if I had any, like, whatever minimal chance that I had.
Well, spit it out, Speedy. What the heck is wrong with you? If you can't spit out the words, how are you going to be a long snapper?
Well, I'll let Rocco determine that, Faces.
No, Rocco is not the coach. I am. I'm sitting here right next to you. Hey, I want you.
I didn't know Rocco's not a coach.
Well, Rocco isn't. Rocco's a long snapper. You know, he gets coached by Mr. Mullins. You know,
we had a recruit a couple of weeks ago that was a coach too.
We did, yes.
Who says Rocco isn't either?
Yeah, well, we interview a lot of different unbelievable recruits, and over the last couple of months, we've interviewed some of the top wide receivers, the top corners, tight ends, offensive linemen, defensive linemen in the nation that are going to be in 2001 and 2022, and to hear that we have the number 1 long snapper, we had the number 1 punter. Yep. In the nation. Well, did we have the number 1 field goal kicker?
No, we did not. We had a couple of field goal kickers that were very good though. But number 1 punter 2 weeks ago, Bryce McPherson, he's going to Purdue. So we had that. We had the number 1 quarterback, Jake Rubley, in the state of Colorado, and we had the number 1 offensive tackle in the nation from New Jersey, who's going to Louisiana, and Mackie Mallow.
Yeah, he's a nice kid too. You got all you guys are nice kids, and I love it. And I still owe 2 kids a pizza.
Yes,
New
York
you do. Pizza. I got to do that tonight. I want to apologize. Reach out to Mr. Riley and who's
Aiden Logan.
Reach out to them and say, I apologize. I've been so busy with everything. I haven't had a chance to. Just reach out to them for me, please.
Yeah, will do.
I definitely want to. I want to get them pizza. They never had New York pizza before. So I definitely want to send it out to them. I'll airmail it to them. Airmail it like Tom Brady is going to airmail to the New York Giants tonight. As you guys know, we are talking to Florida long snapper recruit, the number 1 long snapper in the nation, Rocco Underwood. So, Rocco, when you play high school ball, you're probably much bigger than some of the guys that you see on the field, much more stronger, much more faster. Now you're going to go play college football for an SEC team, one of the best SEC teams in the country, one of the best football schools in the world, in the country. And you have a chance to be on TV every single week. And these guys are bigger, probably the biggest, the strongest in their schools around the country. Are you excited to have the opportunity to play against the best, or are you kind of scared? You know, it's something new to you, where you're walking into something you never walked into before.
No, I'm very excited. You know, I want to get up there as fast as possible. I think I'm not going to early graduate, but I'm going to graduate and get up there as soon as I can. You know, start working out with the team and do things like that. And, you know, try to get bigger, stronger, faster so I can be out there.
Well, you know, Speedy is actually a trainer, so maybe he can help you with his speed, you know. I mean, he's about 140 pounds soaking wet, but not much muscle, but I think he can help you out with the calisthenics. What do you think, Speedy?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that.
You need to shave your beard, first of all. It looks terrible.
Or again, Movember.
You look like a werewolf, man.
Yeah,
look
you've
terrible.
mentioned that.
You look terrible. I
Okay.
mean, seriously.
Don't hate on werewolves like that, especially just after Halloween.
Well, thank you, Speedy. Go ahead.
So you actually bring up something very interesting that you said you were also playing tight end. Florida's got the best tight end in the nation right now, and one of the best tight end prospects I've ever seen in college football in my time watching college football. Kyle Pitts has been tremendous. So I want to ask you, obviously, one, has Dan Mullen and some of the offensive coaching staff reach out to you, say, maybe we can get you involved in tight end, maybe you be that future starter? And two, if you have met him and watched him, what have you learned from him, maybe as your growth for that position?
I've talked to Dan Mullen and Tim Brewster, who's the tight ends coach there right now, but it's mostly it's pretty much just long snapping right now. That's pretty much what my scholarship is for. So,
man, what are you trying to do to him? I mean, he's making his living. Long snapping. What does he need to go and play tight end for?
I said he's learning from the best tight end in the nation. If
He's
that
not
was the
gonna
case,
learn.
I didn't know. That's why I asked him the question.
He'll be in the NFL draft next year. He'll barely know him. I mean, seriously. Next year he'll be in the NFL draft, and he'll be catching for the New York Jets or the New York Giants. Okay?
Yeah, God knows we need that, Mr. Stone Hands that is Evan Engram. Oh, my God.
Stone Hands and then... Yeah, Chris Herndon. I mean, that's even worse. I mean, like, seriously, you want to talk about stone hands.
That is true.
I mean, that guy can't catch a lick. I mean, if you underhand a ball to him, he wouldn't catch it. I mean, the guy's terrible. We are talking to Florida long snapper recruit and the number one long snapper in the nation, Rocco Underwood. So you look at college football, and there's so much going on this year, being that because of the pandemic, there's only 8 games that these college teams are playing for. Some of these schools, you really couldn't go and visit the school before you decided. And really, when you're getting recruited, they don't come to your house. They're going on Zoom calls, so they're really getting to know you on the computer. They're not really getting to know you in person. What is it like being recruited in a completely different way because of this pandemic?
I went up to the campus before the pandemic. I've been there a lot of times. You know, I went back there back in the day. They were my favorite college team for the longest time. I've always went up to go watch games and things like that. And when my cousins were up there, I always wanted to go watch games. And I just did a virtual visit not a few months ago, but like 6 months ago. What is a virtual visit? What do you do with that?
So
I logged into a Zoom meeting with the coaches and things like that, and they went over their new facilities and things. And I talked to Coach Savage, strength and conditioning coach, nutritionists, academic people, just things like that.
Interesting.
Talk to everyone.
So,
get to know each other.
So in terms of going back to long snapping now, obviously it's a position that, again, it's a very specialist type of position. We don't hear of it all the time, obviously, because special teams doesn't really get prioritized a lot in the NFL. You really only hear of Zach Diassi for the Giants, John Morabos for the Eagles, who just retired.
There he goes.
Speaking I mentioned the Giants, Eagles too.
Speaking the Giants.
I mentioned the Eagles, so enough. So again, it's not really a specialist thing. What do you think? How do they develop into that? Is it mostly offensive linemen? Is it tight ends, linebackers? Is it more of a position variety from what you've seen? Maybe knowing other people or watching other people.
For sure. When I go to camps, Rubio long snapping, it's kind of a variety of a lot of people. You know, there's skinny people, there's really big people, there's O lineman type people, D lineman, and then there's safeties. I know the number one long snapper last year, Will Albright, he was a safety in high school. So I don't know. It's kind of just a variety, but I feel like if you're learning it right away, it's more like a tight end linebacker type thing.
Well, listen, Rocco, if anybody looks like him, I'd run. I mean, seriously, 140 pounds. I mean, there are wide receivers in the NCAA that are 160 pounds, a lot faster than this guy. I mean, this guy has.
Yes, they're Division I athletes. They should be.
He's like a rocket, man. I mean, he throws these high kicks, man. He's better off doing MMA or something. I don't know. What do you think, Speedy?
No.
You know, I mean, he talks very fast, so that kind of scares me.